everyone, it's Kestrel Raptorial. I just bought the Pokemon Sun and Moon Forest Shadow theme deck. This is one of the new releases, along with the Pokemon Sun and Moon video games. That I've not yet bought those, but I did want to see what the new Pokemon were, especially the new starter Pokemon. I always love checking out with each generation what the starter Pokemon are, and the cool thing about this generation is at last there is a grass type starter that I really like. I mean, not that the others weren't cool. I liked Bulbasaur, Chikorita, Trico. I always thought Trico evolved into a Megalania. I called Skiptile Skiptilania or something. The others, well, just been skewed. But up till now, I've always chosen playing the games either the fire or water starters. This is the first generation where the grass type starter would be my choice because this time we get a bird of prey. The final form for Rowlet is Decidueye, a grass flying owl. It's pretty awesome. And there will soon be a Decidueye GX card released. It's not quite out yet. That looks like it's an owl archer, the art, which is pretty cool. I love owls. So yeah, this time when I get the game, I'm gonna choose Rowlet and evolve it into Decidueye, my first grass type choice. So I bought this deck first. I will be buying the fire and water decks. Here is the entire Forest Shadow deck. I bought these green sleeves for it. There's the Forest Shadow deck. Took everything out. I added the damage counters to my collection. It also came with a playmat and a card list, which I've not seen in a while. A little GX counter. I read a little bit about how that works. It's going to be a new game device and a code card for the online game, which I do play. Oh, and here's the little Rowlet coin. Very cute. Kawaii. So, let's just take a look at the deck. There have not been enough cards. Well, I want to see what the rest of the cards in the Sun and Moon set are before I get into customizing this deck. I'll probably be using a lot of cards from other sets to do so, but I want to see the rest of what this set offers. So for now, we're just going to go through the deck, and I will make follow-up videos about what I do with the deck to customize it later. So, first thing is the 20 grass energies. And we don't need to show every single one, so I'm just going to get them all together. There's new art for the energy cards. 20 energy cards. Pretty awesome to start with. It's a very beautiful shade of green. Okay, so the trainer cards. We've got one Ultra Ball, 2 timer balls. Flip 2 coins for each heads. Search your deck for an evolution Pokemon and put it into your hand. Pretty cool. Professor Kukui. It's a draw card plus a little extra damage. One potion. I don't really use potions. I go with... I usually go with draw card options or energy or Pokemon revival cards. I don't use a lot of healing cards, but if you like potions, use it. So I'll probably be taking that one out. 2 nest balls. It's pretty much a Pokeball without having to do the coin flip. And the next card, yeah. So there's only 2 nest balls in this deck. I want to get one more for this deck, so I know I'll be doing that. I'm going to get 3 nest balls. Lily. To Howl. Draw 3 cards. It's pretty much another Tierno. Although I like this character more than Tierno. An energy retrieval. Energy retrievals are good. There are a couple better options. Fisherman and energy recycler come to mind, but still good. Big Melisada. Looks like some kind of donut pastry. I'm not familiar with Melisada. Heal 20 damage and remove a special condition from your active Pokemon. I did just say I don't use a lot of heal cards. This, since it does both, I may very well keep. Also looks pretty good. Oh, okay. So that is the end of the trainer cards. Now to the Pokemon. 1 Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan always seems to have quite pricey attacks. I'll probably take that out and just put it into the Sun and Moon set collection. To Spinda. To Pick-a-Peck. It's a cute little woodpecker. Reminds me of Woody Woodpecker, if you remember that cartoon. To Trumbeak. I know there is a toucan Pokemon. This kind of looks like a cross between a woodpecker and a toucan. I know there are small birds called nuthatches, which are kind of like woodpeckers. Is that right? I think that's right. I don't know of a larger one that's like that's similar to woodpeckers. Maybe it's just a big species of woodpecker. To Bounsweet. The fruit Pokemon. Kind of weak. Don't know if I'll keep that or not. To Pinsir. Pinsir is always cool. If I was gonna make a a forest or bug Pokemon deck, which I might do here, it'd be interesting to have like the iconic badass bugs, one of each. Pinsir, Heracross, and Scyther. And maybe Scizor, too. Well, you'll usually need Splash Metal Energy for Scizor. 2 Fomantis. That kind of looks like a Naturia creature for anyone who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! It's actually even cuter than Naturia Mantis. To Surskit. Never really been a Surskit fan. Yeah. To Paras. In Pokemon, in Generation 1, Paras was really interesting because I think it was an often overlooked Pokemon that you could collect early on in the game. But leveling it up, evolving it into Parasect, it was pretty much the only easily acquired grass type that wasn't part poison type, that could also learn a bug attack, Leech Life, and so, apart from Jolteon, was probably the best weapon to use against Sabrina's Psychic Gym in Generation 1. And it can learn Cut to get through there, so to get through those small trees that guard the Electric Gym and other places you need to get into, so yeah, I don't know why I didn't realize it sooner, but if I had caught a Paras and used it, I would have gotten through the games back in Generation 1 quite a bit quicker. And you also get the 1 Parasect. There are probably more potent Paras and Parasect cards, but I'm glad they're releasing them again. To Morlul. This is a Pokemon I've only heard about, not learned much of before. It's a bioluminescent, I don't know if it's a mushroom or some other kind of fungus, but let's see, illuminating Pokemon. Yeah. And you get its evolution too, Shinontic. I guess it's some kind of mushroom. It's cool. Ah, now we get into the starter and its evolutions. 3 Rowlet. Very cute little owl. It's going to be my starter choice for Pokemon Sun and Moon. To Dartrix, its evolution, which sort of resembles a barn owl. Since the Blade Quill Pokemon. That's interesting. Kind of reminds me of the card Wing Shards from Magic the Gathering, which I use in my Bird of Prey deck. And a Dartrix? I'm sorry. Evolution. Dartrix's evolution, Decidueye. The final form of Rowlet. I don't. This art for Decidueye, probably wouldn't be my choice of how to draw it. If I can position this right. There we go. I'd like to see both wings outstretched. Like the owl coming in, spreading its talons. It's a cool looking forest owl. Decidueye. So this is the non-holofoil card of it. I will be very much looking forward to evolving Rowlet to Dartrix to Decidueye in the game. And of course, the deck also comes with Decidueye's holofoil. Same art, just holographic. What's also cool about Decidueye is it kind of resembles a green forest phoenix that I've been designing for my fictional world that I'm working on. It's inspired by the Huma bird of Persian myths. And one of the characters in the Magical Girl series I have mentioned that I've been trying to write. One of the main characters, whose name is Kohana, the phoenix she's associated with is the Huma bird, which is not an owl, but a green forest phoenix that Decidueye, despite being an owl, sort of resembles. So I can make a Kohana character Pokemon deck focused around grass Pokemon and Decidueye. It is pretty much exactly what I'm going to do with this deck. I'm also going to include Eevee and Leafeon in this deck. I'm going to import Yanma and Yanmega, the Dragonfly Pokemon, which are awesome and cute. And Yanmega is based on Meganura, which Kohana does summon at some point, in addition to the Huma bird itself. So, yeah, despite not enough cards really being released from Sun and Moon quite yet to decide what this deck will entirely become, eventually I'm going to make a Kohana character deck out of it. Also, you know, Rowlet being my own choice for starter in Pokemon Sun and Moon, or will be when I get the game. I'll kind of merge those two ideas, and as soon as I modify the deck, I will show you. So that is the Pokemon Sun and Moon Forest Shadow theme deck.